Hey. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Universal Light Pure Love Ministries. It has been a long time since I've been on here live, and it's been a long time since we've had Debbie on here live. Debbie Ann Trotter is a psychic medium, and she is also a personal friend. So we decided to go live tonight to do some chatting about life in general and maybe ask any questions that you guys might have. So please share this out into your groups and on your page. And let's see what we do and how we get and where we go. And whoever's supposed to be here will be here. I don't know about you, Deb, but for the last 5 days, my eyes have been leaking. I have the fat crying face going on because there's so much going on in the world today, a lot going on right now. And what I'm finding is that we are releasing a lot of old stuff, stuff that has been trapped in our bodies, trapped in our energy centers, trapped to keep us from moving forward and living life, all kinds of things. So I wanted to talk about that tonight. And one of the main points I want to talk about is anger and what anger does to us and how it gets trapped in our bodies and what we can do to get out of a cycle of anger to begin to live life again. So, welcome, my sister from halfway around the world. I'm getting ready for bed and you're just getting up.
Yeah.
Starting your day. So, what do you think, Deb? What do you think's been going on in the last week with the energies that we've been feeling?
Well, I've been feeling the energy off and on for the fact that my husband and I had to move out where we were moving in Hamilton. So we had to get out. Things didn't work out right there. We've been supported by the universe. So we've been guided to move back here in Ballarat, Victoria, which I do love this place. My husband and I have been staying at my son's place and my daughter-in-law. We've been here for nearly 3 months. We've got a home now. We're moving in this Friday. But since I've been here, I've been virtually getting very little. What I've been noticing though, I've been seeing a lot of people on Facebook wakening up, experiencing problems in their life. And also I've been noticing people been having joys in their life as well. Because we're all on different frequency levels. And a lot of people are going through joys because they've gone through all the rush. They don't need to learn on that stage. So a lot of abundance of love and goodness is coming into their life now. So they're going through that. But a lot of us that empaths, clairvoyants, mediums, so forth and whatnot, we're still in the rough part because of who we are. And sorry to say, but a lot of us are still going through shit in life because we're still got to work out for the fact that what we need to do in our next level of life is to let go a lot of stuff. The good way to do it, people, is go into your heart space. Is meditation. Just sit there, close your eyes, ask spirit to come forward and connect with you. And you go into your heart space. You'll see a room, and it doesn't matter what color it is. I had to do that there be more that I will be doing. My room in my heart was black. That's to do with the past, what I was going through and experiencing. I had Archangel Michael with me. He had a vacuum cleaner and he sucked up all the rubbish was in my heart space. Now there was chains hanging down. Those chains is I was hang on, I've got to think. Those chains was me hanging on to people that was using me, controlling me, especially my family. Now I've let that go and all those chains dropped. They vanished. The walls the walls in the room went white, the way they should be, and the blackness went. And when I did that, I felt my heart space was cleared. But it's not cleared by 100%. And that takes a lot of work to do so. If you are a quick healer and you're that person that gets river clutter in your life very quickly, and you do not put up with a lot of shit from people, it doesn't matter who they are, what they are, you're done. But there's a lot of people like myself, being honest and truthful with myself, that I'm gutable. I've got to learn to shift from that and focus on me. I'm 56 years of age, and it's taken me this lifetime of 56 years of age to where I am today to understand and know who I am and what's right for me and what's not right for me. That's okay. That's why we're here. That's why we are reincarnated back to Earth. And to learn all these things, connect with the right people that's going to guide us and support us what they know. And that is a good thing. And so I'm telling you out there, you've got to go into your heart space and clear that. It doesn't matter what you're experiencing and what you are going through. Does not matter. You've got to do it. Now, if you're having trouble doing it, ask for Michael or one of your guides, because they know it all. They are here to help you. And if someone here on earth cannot guide you with that, ask your guides or one of the angels, because that's what they're there for. That's why they're here for, is to help us to do that. Ego is the mind. Ego controls the body. It controls our thoughts. But that's why we're all going to learn to meditate. There is different levels of meditation. You can just
okay, wait. Now, can you back up a little bit? You said ego controls the mind.
Yep.
What controls the body?
Your mind, the brain controls the body function, right? The mind controls the thoughts, what we think, how to do this, how to do that, what to do, what not to do, how to work things out, right? But the subconscious mind is our spiritual self. And the brain takes over the conscious mind. That's why we get ourselves in the rut. We don't think. We don't feel what is right for us. When someone comes into our life and they go blah, 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 all negative, hate. We get ourselves in that situation. We feel pain, we get upset, we get angry, we get frustrated, we get confused. And it's here, not here, there. But at the same time, our heart's telling us, stop, feel me, I'm guiding you the right way. Don't listen to that. So that's why a lot of us get confused, we get upset, we get angry, we feel depressed. It's because we're listening too much of this. We're not feeling this. And we're not asking our guides and our angels and Jesus for support and help.
I know
guilty of
that's
that.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been going through a lot of that myself the last couple of weeks. And when we get into that rut, we forget to ask our guides and Jesus and our angels for help. We forget that they're even there, and they're there waiting for us. They're waiting for us to ask for help, and they want to assist us. And if we can just break through a little bit of what we're going through, the mind is such a trap. It's a trap. And when we get caught in this cycle of certain thoughts and this pattern,
Yep. You have frozen,
we
Tammy.
even forget that we're spiritual people. We forget that we are creators, and we create by what's going on in our mind.
Yep.
If we're not conscious of the thoughts that we think, that energy gets stuck. It gets stuck in our body. And that's what I kind of want to talk about tonight is what happens when we don't realize that anger is stuck in our body. We're quick tempered. We fly off the handle fast. We're frustrated a lot. We don't like the situations that we're in, whether it's a job or a relationship or whatever. We feel pressured, so much pressure to perform, that we trap the energy that's trying to flow through us from each energy center in our body, from our head all the way down to the root.
Yep.
And when that energy gets stuck in the lower three roots, the root, the sacral chakra, and what's the other one? Solar plex. The solar plex. Those are the energy centers of survival. And when we have energy stuck in those three roots of survival, that means we're constantly reliving the emotions that keep us upset in survival mode. And when those emotions come forward, number one, they manifest in our life. And number two, they are releasing hormones into our body that causes us to be depressed, that causes our organs to fail, that causes our body to not be balanced, and it causes us to not think properly because we're always in ego mode of survival. What do we do? How do we get that energy unstuck from there, Debbie?
That is a good question. My experience in the past 4 months since I have been here, I just say to myself, it's up to me how I want to live my life. I have chose to live a good life for me. No one else but me. Any person from now on comes in as being slightly negative, hatred towards me and my husband, automatically I block.
Wow.
I block the energy. And I say, no, I choose to have positive. I choose to have love. I choose to be happy. And that's what I'm focusing on. And for me to think that energy, bang, automatically in you. It goes right through your body. Even you don't feel it, it's there. It goes in.
Yeah.
Because we all got the power to change our feelings and our thoughts. A lot of times it's hard because we put ourselves in a position that we are locked in this energy that's surrounded by ego, surrounded by hate, surrounded by people that won't listen, not supporting us, not loving us for who we are. Doesn't matter, it's family, friends, or otherwise. We got the power, all of us. We've got the power to choose what we want to become. We've got the power to choose what life we choose to live. And I choose my life for love. Think about it, people. When the time comes for us all to pass away, we go to the spirit world, which is our home. There's no hatred there. There's no ego there. All it is love, truth, understanding, support, so forth and whatnot, what comes with it. It's the same here. And the only reason why people today, even going back when we were little kids, people have control over us. People crack the shit. They have an ego. They get bitchy because they don't want to hear what you want to say, or they're jealous because you got something that they don't have. Hello? What's stopping you getting it? You know what I mean? All these things on this earth is by man. Stupidity, selfish, greedy. Like the other day I saw this lady on Facebook. She charged $200 for a reading. What the fuck? Wake up, woman. Who's out there can afford $200? Hello. That's being greedy. Yet we all need to have a roof over our head. We all need to pay our bills. We all need to put clothes on our back and food on the table. Yes. But don't charge $200 for a person to have a reading, what's going on in their life and what spirit wants to connect with them to say da 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 da. Bloody hell. I'm a clairvoyant medium. I charge a person $25. And I'm still getting the same message out. Spirit does not want people to charge people a lot of money for readings. Get a life. I can't say that to them because it's not my business and it's not my place. I know it's wrong, but if I say something like that, automatically I'm putting myself in that position. Negative position. And I have done that a few times. So I'm saying to myself, wake up, ding ding, leave it alone. It's their path, it's their life. Let spirit work them out. And spirit will work them out when the time comes. All frequency. But people, if you're in a sticky situation, you don't know what to do with relationships, jobs, money, health, anything that you are experiencing, you are going through, go in your heart space. Because that's the only way we can connect with the universe. Spirit's been telling us for thousands of years to go in our heart space. Clear all the rubbish out. It's up to you guys to do it. Because people like Tammy, people like myself, and people like Aaron and all other people on Facebook out in the world, we're all experiencing, we know because we feel it. We don't think it, we feel that the universe exists. We feel that our guides and our angels and our loved ones and all other people in the spirit realm, they exist. It's real like we are here. They're here to help you. All you got to do is open this and say, I need help. Please help me. I don't ask the spirits for help very much. I try to battle out myself and I try to work it out myself. Well, actually, Jeff and I, we're a good team. We work it out together. And a lot of times, spot on, because we communicate, we talk. We work things out. But when I do ask for spirit for help, I ask them to guide me on the right path where I need to be. And they do. That's why we're back here. Because I don't like violence. I don't like hatred. I don't like people that don't give a shit about it. I hate it. And it's crap. And it's bullshit. People need to fucking wake up. They need to understand where we all coming from. And it doesn't matter, Tammy, if it's your beautiful brother, my beautiful family, they need to wake up. They need to stop and feel, okay, I'm upsetting that person. Why am I doing that? They need to think, because today in this world and in the future, I'm sorry, people, but shit's gonna hit the fan. It's starting now. Yes, it's been happening for centuries. That's only just the tip off. It's trying to wake all you humans up.
Yeah, I think that, one reason I know my purpose, and I know you know your purpose as well. It's not just to give readings like we're fortune tellers. It's to show you, it's to teach others how to connect to the divine themselves so that they can receive a direct connection from the divine and receive that inspiration for themselves, because we're no different than anybody else. We're all the same, and we all are connected into the same flower of life. And I've struggled too, because I've seen so many people charge exorbitant amounts of money to go to a workshop or to get a reading. And you know what? I've never been able to pay hundreds of dollars for a reading. I couldn't afford to pour dirt out of a cup on my front porch. So you know what I did? I learned to connect for myself. I learned to hear for myself, and I wanted that connection. I knew there was a greater power than me. I knew that there was something more intelligent than myself that I was connected to. I could receive the same intelligence if I could stay connected to that source. So I wanted to learn to do that myself. And in the desire of my heart to connect with God's source, He revealed Himself to me. He revealed Himself to me. He awakened me. When I was in Christianity for 20 years, we called the Kundalini awakening a demonic thing. But in the church, it was called the baptism of the Holy Spirit. It's the same thing. It is an awakening of your soul that is connected to divine source. And that is not a demonic thing, no matter what religion or where you are coming from. When you have that experience with the divine, there is nobody on earth that can tell you it was fake. It was not real. It didn't happen. It was a figment of your imagination, or it was a demon, because it is so pure in love, and the consciousness is so pure, it affects you from the head all the way down to the soles of your feet, and it changes you for life. What gets me, Deb, is that we all have the ability to connect to this divine intelligence and receive information, receive knowledge, receive guidance, receive healing for our physical bodies and our emotional body. We all have this ability to connect. So charging these exorbitant amounts of money infuriates me to no end. I would give it all free. I work for donations. I work for donations. When I do a reading, I have a suggested donation. If you can't pay it, I still work with you. I still help you to the best of my ability based on my time frame. Okay. I can't freaking be doing this 50 hours a day because there's only 24 hours in the day. You know what I mean? But it's still, it's got to give. There has to be a breaking point. And I think we're at the tipping point now because so many people are waking up. They're so desperate for answers. They want to know what's going to happen in my life. Will I have a baby? Am I going to get a job? Will I get married? Who's my soulmate? These are general questions that people want to know about everyday life. But I'm telling you that there's much more deeper than that. There is a satisfaction that comes with knowing you are connected to the holy divine and that your information is inspired. It's inspired through pure love. When you connect to that, you can't put a price tag on it. You can give it away or you can charge $1 million for it. And whoever has that will pay when they come to the understanding that what you have is the real deal and they want the same, because that's what I did. I didn't have no money to pay for it. So I decided, you know what, if this is the real deal, I want it for myself. I'm going to get it for myself and nobody's going to stop me from getting it for myself. And I seeked it until I found it. And I did find it, and you find it, and you hear from your guides, you hear from Jesus, you get divine inspiration. You know when you're in a tight spot, you have somewhere to turn to. And not only that, but when the body becomes physically ill because of stress, because of anger, because of blocked energy that we don't know what to do with because we're always living in survival mode, the body becomes ill. We know we have some place to go and that we can clear it out with a little bit of work from our guides and God's source. But there are many people that don't know that. There are many people that are lost and they become sick because of the anger and the frustration of everyday life that is stuck in the body. And if you had just a few things to say to tell somebody how you can get free from frustration and stress, what would you say to them, Deb?
As I said, to get rid of that frustration and sadness, go into your heart space. Call in for your guides and your angels. And also to, if you're having trouble with that, contact Tammy or myself or anybody else that you know. We are happy to help you and support you on this. We can probably go on live all together and do it together.
Yes.
That's what it's about. We all need to help each other.
That's an amazing thought. Let's get together and have a group healing session where we combine all our energies, because when we touch and agree, and the scripture talks about this, Jesus talks about this in the scripture, when we touch and come together in agreement, our power explodes in ways that we could never even think. Oh, girl, I felt that surge.
Once I'm in my home and I'm settled in and so forth, I have thought about going on live doing meditation. And I won't be meditating with you, but I'll be guiding you. Because also, too, it's teaching me as well. And at the same time, people, guess what? We're going to have spirits with us. There will be divine souls be with us that day or that night. Because I know it's night over there where you guys are that stay here, but it doesn't matter. I can work 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to be with you people. And, you know, I don't work, I'm retired. So I can sleep in any time. But the thing is, though, that's my goal, is to work with people on live to meditate, to go into the heart space, to clear all the crap and to tune in with the divine soul, especially Jesus, because I have seen Jesus, I think, twice since I've had something happen to me in the past, and I was meditating and I asked Jesus to come forward. He did. He came forward. I saw him in the distance in front of me with my eyes closed. My third eye opened up and I saw him. He gave me this beautiful light. And I didn't know what it meant. But I think Jeff said to me that light he gave me was my power. So, yeah. But I am happy to do that. I love to do that. And Tammy and I, we can help you guys out. And anyone that you know that's going through a difficult stage in life, even a loved one has passed, please let them know about us. And we can all go on live together and do this. We can do it like twice a week. And it'll be awesome, I reckon, Tammy.
Oh, I think you're birthing something here. I think you're speaking something into existence where we come together and we touch and agree and release the power that is trapped inside of us to go out and change the world through prayer and through meditation, but not only to change the world, but to change ourselves. Because if it doesn't happen in yourself first, you can't help anybody else. Even Jesus says that you are a partaker of the first fruit. So when you plant the seeds and the harvest comes in, you get to go eat and feast at the table first, not last, first. And because of that, you're strengthened. That power touches you, it ignites you, and you're able to go out then into the world and do your passion, do your work, revive each other, touch each other spiritually, and connect with each other so that you know spirit is alive in you. There is the Holy Spirit of God divine in each and every person, whether you know it or not. And if you don't know it, all it takes is one spark. All it takes is one experience, one meditation, one connection with someone else maybe that is connected to the vine for you to experience your miracle physically, mentally, materialistically. It only takes one touch to change somebody's life. And you know what? We have the ability to do that for free because it's in us. It's innate. It's in us. And those that charge exorbitant amounts of money, I'm sorry if you have a clientele that's rich and famous and can afford to pay you $10,000, but I don't charge $10,000. You can't put a price on the Holy Spirit. You can't put a price on the divinity that abides inside each and every person.
The last time I did a reading, a lady said, how much do you charge? I told her, but I said nothing. A lot of readings I've done in the past was all free. And there's only been a few times that I've done readings that I've only charged $25, only because we needed that wealth to buy food that my Jeff and I needed. But a lot of times it was free. Because a true spiritual person that does reading with spirit, we don't charge. All these people out there are charging $100, $80, $200. There's even like John Edwards. You've heard of John Edwards. He's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. There's like a year's waiting list to see him, let alone the exorbitant price he charges for 30 minutes. It blows me away. That to me is prostitution. It's prostitution. How can you prostitute the gift of God that is in each and every person that is there to bring life?
Yep. Money does not control the spirit that's coming to us to pass on messages. The money is there to control the person, to make it the big ego. And that's what it is.
Yes. Yes, it's sad because it's sad to me because, we're always going to have rich people, and the scripture says we're always going to have poor people. There's always going to be those that are needy among you. But you know what? It's up to us on a personal level to do what we can do to take care of the world. There's enough to go around for everybody. There's enough money to go around for everybody. There's enough land to go around for everybody. And there's enough food and water for everybody. Everybody in the world. And if we come together and we all speak that in one accord, that power is amplified. That power goes out into the universe. And Debbie, I feel like we are at the tipping point. We're at the tipping point now of something so great that, doing a reading, I'm glad I can help you with a reading. But you know what turns me on is that you're connected with the divine. That's what turns me on. I could care less about telling you if you're going to have a new job tomorrow. What turns me on is that you're connected with the divine and that you can hear for yourself and that we are all one. That's what gets me going.
You're right. It's true. I've been waiting for this for a long time, I get so many people say to me, Deb, you're beautiful. You are awesome person. You give love. You are love. Da-di-da-di-da. And I say, bullshit. If I'm that, why don't I attract all these people? And I hear this voice. Time's not ready yet. You need to step up. You need to learn this. You need to go in. You need to do this, blah, blah, blah. And I go, oh, God, more homework. But It's true. Earth is a school. The spirit world is a school. That's why we're all going to learn and go within, meditate, connect with the right people. And those right people is your soul family.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
When I first went on live with Aaron and Tammy and Aaron's partner, I never ever met Tammy before. She was the first one. And her and I just clicked like that. We are like that. We are two souls as one. Because Tammy and I, we both go a long way back. And we were together in our past lives. I'm yet to find out if we were sisters or she was my mother and I was her daughter or reverse. Doesn't matter. Or we were lovers. Doesn't matter. The fact is it's two souls as family. And in this life today, Tammy and I have struck together as one because she's my family and I'm her family. It's all about the soul group. It's nothing to do with blood here. That does not exist. That's only what we've been told by man, going back to generations. And as I said to Jeff this morning, the only reason why us women bring children into the world because those souls have to come back to earth to reincarnate and learn what they haven't learned in their past life. That's all it is. And while they're babies and they're growing up to be a teenage, it's up to us mothers to guide them on the right path for what we know. Of course, the way we got brought up as well. By
Right.
it just goes on like that. But the true meaning is that we all here to support and help each other, and all about love, not about hate.
Right.
I have never ever hated anyone. I've disliked the person, but I've never hated anyone. And even I have felt the pain here so badly. I've never hated. So that's probably why, Tammy, that I have Jesus with me. And even a lot of times I don't feel him, right? And I don't, like, not computerizing in my human brain, but I know in my heart I'm always with him, because I'm not an evil person. I'm not a bad person. Yes, I swear. Yes, I do my block. I speak my mind at someone that gives me a hard time. So right, I should. I'm looking after me. I'm number one. You are number one. And we all divine beings. We're all beautiful. And we are. This here, nothing. It's what's in here. And we're all going to learn to be like a firebird. Step up, shine. The light's with us. We're just going to open this and concentrate and see it and realise who we are. And that's why the government and people are working underneath the government, and it goes down in a list like that. And then it comes down to these people that's working with the government, because they've been brainwashed. They've been controlled. So their job is to leave us people down. Not this black duck. I'm always rising up. I pick myself up and I keep going. And I've noticed a lot of people are doing the same. They're picking themselves up, fighting, being strong, being who they are, and they keep going in their life. It's the way it is. And one day, it mightn't happen while I'm not here. While I'm here. One day, this earth will be heaven on earth, because the universe is going to help the humans to change it.
And you're talking my language now. You're talking my language, because we are the kingdom. We are to bring heaven on earth. This is heaven, and unfortunately, through all the billions of years, we have went from heaven to not being heaven, more like hell. But we're coming into heaven again. We are being enlightened, and we are opening up, and we are hearing, and we are clearing. We're clearing out all this junk in our DNA. Oh, there's no junk DNA. There's imprints in our DNA from past lives that we might need to bring healing to and come aware of, but there is no junk DNA. Everything within us is divine and holy, because we come from the divine and holy. And it doesn't matter if you're a UFO person or if you're a conspiracy theorist person, it don't matter. You still have a heart, and that heart is what connects us to the intelligence of a divine source. And I just love you, Deb. I love you. I feel like we're on the right track, and bringing awareness to people that it's time for them to connect for themselves. And you know what? Some people say, oh, this is going to put you out of business, because doing readings by donation, it's my only source of income. And I don't have a job. I don't have anything. It's my only source of income. And some people will say, oh, well, that's going to put you out of business. Well, if heaven is on earth and we're walking in divine truth and love, what business do we need to take care of? besides, giving to where we see a need. If someone needs a piece of fruit, if someone needs food and I have it, I'm going to give it to them. So, I mean, what need is there for money when you have heaven on earth?
Yeah. This lady last week, she put up a paragraph about the galactic. She said the galactic does not exist.
The galactic does not exist. Is that what you said?
She said the Galactic Federation of Light, they do not exist. She said it's all man-made. And I came in and I said, bullshit. And she said, what's up with the attitude? And I said, well, my attitude is, sweetheart, I said, I was meditating many, many times in the past, not that long ago. And I said, Ashtar was connecting with me. He is one of the commanders. And you know what? He was helping me to help my mother, what she was going through in her life before she passed away. And I said, so don't sit there and tell the people on Facebook that they don't exist, because they do exist. I have seen him, I have spoken to him, and I felt his presence and I felt his love. And I said, so stop telling people they don't exist, because they do. And
let me ask you this, Deb. What do you think about malevolent entities or demonic entities or spirits that want to cause us harm? Where does that play into this? Because we know God is good and light, pure light is love. Where do those thought forms come into play in our lives?
The galactic is, they've been visiting Earth for, how old is Earth? Billions of years old. And they've been coming here and helping the Egyptians and other cultures from different countries around the world to set up pyramids and so forth and whatnot. They've been coming to Earth for a very long time. And each century, if you like to call it century, develops their processes of energy. Compared to us now, going back 1,000 years, right? That's why today there is so many people waking up. They're realizing what's what. When I heard Ashtar, Commander Ashtar, he came to me and he was talking to me. I felt a very strong love. I felt this bond of love. And he was guiding me to pass messages on to my mum when I was talking to mum in front of me and also on the phone. And he was telling me blah, blah, blah to my mother. And I said to Ashtar, and I said, I'm new to this, and this is the first time that I am connecting with you. And I said, who are you? He said, they are aliens, as us humans call them. He said, they are with God. They work with God. He said, God has so many angels out there that works with him. He has so many different beings that works with him. He said, all the planets in your skies, they are homes like Earth. And he said, we are here to help the humanities. We are here to love and bring Earth to peace, bring Earth back to heaven. And that's what he told me. He said, you all alien beings in different forms, different species, different planets. And he said, when we die, he said, when the body dies, your soul goes back to the spirit world. Yes, that is your home. But he said, at first the soul's got to go back to the spirit world. We need to do what we need to do there to heal, to realise who we are, which apparently takes a split second, and so forth and whatnot. Then we are spread out and we go back to our home planet. Because my home planet is Sirius. I'm a Syrian. And they're blue people. And yeah, so we all go back to our home planet. But we choose. We choose to go back home to our home planet, or we choose to stay in the spirit world and learn and help others there, especially the ones are healers and there are souls that cross over. We heal them and support them. Or we can choose to come back to Earth and start our life again.
That really resonates with me, Deb.
Yeah.
I have been sitting on the fence for a couple of years with alien connections, and I had an experience about a year ago where an Octurian came to me and said her name was Kai, and we spent a wonderful time together. And she said that I was her from the future, and it
Wow.
blew me away. It blew me away.
Yep. See, that's what I'm saying. It's because the people we connect in the spirit world come to us in our dreams, come to us when we meditate, visions that we experience. You know, like I've noticed since this year, I can be sitting on the couch watching TV or on Facebook or whatever I'm doing. I feel myself shifting in and out. I go, whoa, I've just, you know. So my soul has quickly left my body, gone wherever, and come straight back without me realising it, without that realising it. Yeah. So it's really, really hard to understand and know for the fact that because we're in this human shell, right? But if we weren't in this human body, we would know everything. We would know exactly what's going on. We would know everything. So that's why all these different beings in the spirit world, in space, whatever you like to call it, is all coming forward, connecting with us. I know, Tammy, that the dark side, they can shape shift and they can turn themselves into a pure loving being. I know that. But don't think and I don't feel I have come across a dark soul has done that to me. I think I'm too good for them because, as you said, I'm connected with Christ. I've always connected with Christ. And even sometimes I'm watching people on Facebook blessing, healing people to be with Christ. I sit there and bawl my eyes out because there's so much I need. There's so much I want to be with Him. You know, there's times I scream out to Jesus, take me. I want to be with you. But I am with Him. I don't need to go where He is. I'm here and I am with Him. That's what I can learn, and that's what I've got to recognise.
Yeah. I am just exploding. I'm exploding. My heart's exploding and expanding, even right now with this conversation that we've been having. And we started off, talking about how to overcome hurts and hate and pain in our hearts. And look how far we come. Now we're talking about the infinite. It's amazing. And you know what? Did you see what happened though? We came together when we came together and our hearts exploded. We went from talking about hurtful things to expanding outside of our mind, outside of our bodies, outside of the limits that we place on ourselves as humans, into realizing that, yeah, we are connected to the divine. There ain't nothing that we can't do. And yeah, there are other life forms out there that assist us. There are few that want to bring harm to us. And if we know who we are in God, those thought forms, those evil entities, a lot of, I will say, black magic or black dark witchcraft conjures up these thought forms and creates them in the astral world, and then they send them out on assignments. Those things can be nullified like that. There is not 1 ounce of fear in me that could stand in front of any entity that is not formed from God and transmute that sucker in an instant. So I want to encourage people out there that may feel like they're being oppressed or possessed. A lot of people are. And you know what? It is nothing that you cannot overcome. It is nothing to be fearful of. All it takes is you realizing you're connected with divine source and just shoo it away like a moth. Shoo it away like a moth. It can't harm you. It can't hurt you. It can't destroy you. It feeds on your fear. So if you have any type of fear within your heart, that takes a little bit of work to clear out and heal. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you heal. We're here to help you clear out some energies that might make you think that you're unworthy to be connected to the divine. You're not unworthy of nothing. We're no greater than you, and you are no greater than us. We are all connected to that one source, and that one source will prevail. This universe ain't going anywhere. Yes, it's going through changes. Yes, it's like a caterpillar in a cocoon. That's how I see it. It's a caterpillar in a cocoon. It goes through cycles. It always has went through cycles, and it will forever go through cycles. But this world is not going anywhere. And if you choose to not be here anymore, you're going back to God's source. So no worries. No worries. Happy, happy, joy, joy. That's where I'm at right now. Deb, you brought me from a place of sorrow to happy, happy, joy, joy.
I was just going to say, before I had Spirit said to me, when you were talking about that, they have shifted the sadness and the anger and the pain out and brought all this in. Because we're going through it. We don't need to talk about it.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, they manifest in such a way that some people were so frightful because they've been watching too much damn TV, okay? They've been watching too many movies. Too many exorcist movies.
No, it is. It's fantastic for the fact that we are here today now telling these beautiful people watching us all about this. It's awesome. Yeah. That's what we're here for. We're here to bring the light to you guys. We're here to help you. We're here to support you and guide you on the right track. Not the wrong track, the right track. So you know where you are at in your life. That's what we're here for. Tammy and I are here to help you and support you.
Yep, we do. We thank you guys for being on with us tonight. I'm about wiped. I've been nonstop for the last 6 hours. I know you're tired too. Oh no, you're just starting your day. Okay, Send me sweet dreams, Deb. I'm going to bed. But we will do this again. Let's collaborate and see what we can come up with, what we want to do. I am all for helping people break through to experience the divine for themselves. As much as I love doing readings and helping people, you know what? It's time for people to connect for themselves. So until next time, Deb, let's do this again. We'll connect. We love you guys. We thank you all for your comments and for being on here and for sharing out with us. And we will see you again soon. We're going to come up with a plan.
Yeah, sounds good. And that's it.
All right. Bye. Namaste.
Hi, Jamie.
He doesn't want to show himself. Oh, there he is.
Hi, Jeff. I love you.
Yeah, you too, Dom. No worries. You keep your chin up there, don't sword, won't you?